Hi everyone, Gareth here with Parabol. Today I'm going to talk to you about team charters and how to create one. Team charter is a bit like a constitution for your team. It sets out the rules that you'll be bound by, your overall mission and where you want to go as a team. And it helps give teams a real concrete sense of direction. But how do you put one together? That's the million-dollar question. If you create one as a team lead and give it to your team as a diktat coming from on high, then probably it's not going to bind them very well. They're not going to accept it very well as a team. And it just seems like rules from the top. So to make that a bit more of a collaborative experience, I'm going to show you how to do that in Parabol. When everyone has a chance to form the team charter together, everyone has their voice heard, then you're going to have a much stronger team charter that people feel happy being bound by and living by, and that represent the values of everyone on the team. So let's dive in and take a look at how to do that in Parabol. So first up, you're going to go to the homepage, parabol.co, and you're going to click up here, Get Started. So we can create an account here. We're just going to sign up. Okay, and within this view here, you're just going to go down to the bottom right and click Add Meeting. We have a few different meetings in here for various different purposes, but in this case, we're going to look for a retrospective. Okay, so here's the retro meeting. We're going to choose our team. Probably I'll only have one team. And we've got this team charter brainstorm in here. And this exercise basically goes over your mission, values, achievements, and responsibilities, 4 key components of your team charter. So we'll talk about what's the overall mission of your team and pull in opinions on that. What values do the team seek to embody or represent in their work together? What are the teams setting out to achieve together, and how will they measure success? So what kind of metrics will you use to measure whether you're successful as a team or not? And responsibilities. So what are the overall responsibilities held by your team versus someone else's team? So once we've selected that, we're going to press Start Meeting here. Now, every meeting in Parabol goes through a set of stages. The first stage is an icebreaker stage. And the idea here is that before you're going to craft your team charter, which requires a lot of thought and information and input from the rest of your team, you're all going to answer a quick icebreaker question first, just to break the ice. This has the benefit of allowing everyone to speak at least once at the start of the meeting, and also that people can kind of open up before they need to sort of express themselves. So if you want to write your own icebreaker in here, you can. If you don't like the icebreaker, you can cycle through a few others. So once you've gone through and answered this icebreaker question, you're going to click this next button. And down here is really your facilitator portal. So if you're facilitating the meeting, this is your area to push the meeting forward, to end the meeting, to find tips on anything else you need to learn how to do. So we're going to push this forward to the next stage, which is the reflect stage. At this stage, the team are going to come together and they're going to write reflections in these various boxes according to these prompts. So values, what values do we seek to embody or represent as a team? So we always put the customer first, for example. What are we achieving? What are we setting out to achieve together? What are our overall responsibilities? For example. So all of the reflections that go in here are anonymous. No one will be able to see that you've written a specific thing. And while you're reflecting, you won't be able to see anything else that anyone else has written. And this prevents you being anchored by other people. So you can get a really clear sense of how often is a topic coming up. And that shows really how important it is to the rest of the team. At this stage, you can also set a timer if you want to. So if you want to give people, let's say, 2 minutes to do this exercise, that timer will show up at the top for absolutely everyone. So you can keep everyone on the same page. Okay, at the next stage, we're going to group some cards together. So I'm going to magically create some more cards here so you can get an experience of what it looks like when you have a full team involved, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, we're back and we have very many cards written up. So now as a facilitator, I'm going to move this forward to the next step, which is grouping. So you'll be able to see all of the cards here that your team has written. You won't be able to see who's written them, but now is a chance for you to group these together into some themes. If you have a lot of cards, what you can do is open this little search bar. Let's say empiricism is here. and I want to find other Scrum commitments. Okay, here's commitment. So we can drag that up and drag them together. You can also do it like this. So we're empathetic towards each other and we help each other out. Okay, those can go in a group together. And so what we'll do is gradually group all of these together collaboratively as a team. Okay, now that all of these items are grouped, we'll move it on to the next stage, which is voting. So again, you'll use your facilitator panel down here to press next, and then everyone will have a number of votes. As a facilitator, you can change the number of votes people have. You can do that as you like. So then people will vote anonymously on the things they want to discuss most. So let's add our votes. And once everyone is ready, you can press next. At this stage, you'll get a ranked list of items according to which ones had the most votes. And this is your chance to discuss those items in more detail. There's a discussion thread here if you want to do that. You can also add emojis if people are really into a thing. They can express that here asynchronously or without speaking. So you can move through all of these things, and this should give you a very clear idea of what exactly you want to include in your team charter and what teams think are the most important thing. When this process is done and you've worked through discussing each item, you can press end meeting and you'll get a summary of your whole meeting, all of the things that were mentioned and the topics you discussed. And you can use this summary to firm up your team charter. If you're drafting that up, refer back to this summary and it will help you to figure out what are the most important things to include and what are the things that perhaps don't need to be included. Okay, I hope this is helpful, and if you decide to give this a go, please let us know and let us know how it went for you. Okay, thanks. Bye.